if you're looking for perfection in the beauty industry, this industry is not for you at all. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Natalie. I am a licensed esthetician and also the owner of the Beauty Base here in Stockton. I'm going to kind of have this video up because I've gotten a lot of questions actually after my the day in the life of an esthetician video, and I just want to kind of address some of those questions and see if I can help any of you guys out. I've actually gotten a lot of personal DMs as well, asking, you know, certain questions and all of that. And so I was just like, I might as well just make this into a video, and here it is. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. I actually hit more than 100 subscribers, and that's just mind-blowing to me because there's just, I had so many goals for this channel. And hitting 100 was definitely one of them, and I've gotten it pretty fast, actually. So thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting even on any of my videos. I would have never thought any of you guys would even care, but thank you so much for the support, and I hope you can get to see me grow, and I hope to see you guys grow as estheticians. But yeah, I'm just rambling right now, but without further ado, let's get into this video. So let me get into the first question, actually. It's honestly crazy to me, like, knowing that people actually care about my opinion on things. I think it's because I really opened up, and so a lot of people are, you know, they see that as like a, oh, I'm an open book, which, I mean, I do hope all of you have, you know, I do hope you guys do think that I am an open book. I'll tell you guys all my secrets, you know, what I've experienced, what I've learned, so that you guys can get somewhat of a better experience than I have. But obviously, all of those hardships actually created and motivated me to get where I am today. So just think about that. Just think about that. Okay, so the first question of this video is going to be why I chose aesthetics. Honestly, I really did choose aesthetics because I feel like throughout my whole life I was actually involved with skin. I grew up with eczema. I still have it to this day. I just know how to control it better. But before, I actually had so much eczema flare-ups, especially in elementary school, and I feel like that's probably the worst time to have them because I feel like little kids just don't know boundaries, and they will literally make fun of you for the littlest things. Like, you'll have something stuck in your teeth and they'll make fun of you for that. And so when I had eczema flare-ups on my face in elementary school, it really took a toll on me because a lot of people made fun of it. I used to always wear sweaters every single day to school. No matter how hot it was, I would still wear a sweater, and I would just be like, you know, bringing the sleeves up and like covering my face and like, you know, laughing like this or like even talking like that. And it really made me very insecure about my skin and like about, you know, going anywhere, and I hated going to school for that very reason. Luckily, I was able to kind of clear it up. I did go back and forth with the doctors, getting like different types of creams to kind of help my eczema, but obviously my skin would just get used to all the creams and anything that they would just throw at me. So it was just like, I just need to start taking care of my skin. And so I wasn't doing the best for my skin, I'll say that, but at least I kind of knew in my head like, oh, I need to cleanse, I need to moisturize. And I was cleansing the shit out of my face with freaking bar soap, and it was insane. Ugh, I do not hope anyone is doing that right now, and if you are, you better stop, because that thing is just going to dry out your skin, let me tell you. And that was only the reason why I got rid of my eczema around my face, but I did kind of get a little breakouts only because I was very dry on my face, and so it was just, I have a whole skin journey. So the second question is, how do you feel now that you are pursuing a career in aesthetics? So I honestly feel like is the right thing for me. I honestly love it. Every day that I come to the beauty base, it never feels like work. Obviously, I do get tired. I do, you know, I'm a human being. I get tired and like I get exhausted, but honestly, I'd rather be doing what I'm doing right now than do anything else in the world. I absolutely love my little job, and like I love, you know, communicating with all my clients, you know, kind of bringing them into like a personal level and like, you know, talking to them and everything. I honestly just love it. Everything that I do, everything that, you know, I have to do for this job, I love it. I am so happy that I took that risk and went to beauty school for aesthetics. The next question is, how did you afford to go to school for aesthetics? So obviously with any schooling, it does cost money, sadly. But for beauty school, luckily I was actually able to get financial aid. And that covered mainly, that covered like a big chunk. I think the only thing that we really had to pay for was the little down payment for my kit and like, you know, to actually go to school on the first day. And then I had to pay like a little bit out of pocket after that, but it wasn't too bad. As long as you know that you are eligible for financial aid, definitely go for it. I feel like it's worth it, especially if you want to pursue a career in, you know, cosmetology, barbering, or aesthetics. Definitely do it. I feel like it's a great industry to be in, especially if you truly love what you're doing. When I was in community college, it was weird because when I signed up for financial aid, I never really got like a message saying, oh, you are like, you're able to get something or blah, blah, blah. They just waived off my classes. And so I was just like, okay, well, if it worked that way, then I'll see if it works in beauty school. And thank God it did, because it did blow out a good chunk, so I didn't have to pay. I do have to pay now, but I was still able to go to school, get my license and all of that. And honestly, that's all that matters. Okay, next question. What were your main concerns when starting out? I feel like whenever you go to like, whenever you have thoughts of being an esthetician, I feel like the first thing you do is go on Google and search up like, you know, esthetician salary or esthetician wage or whatever. I honestly did that and I wasn't too impressed with it, but I knew I could make ends meet somehow. But honestly, all of the things that you see online is not completely true. I only say that because since I am a business owner and a solo esthetician, it is kind of different from what you see online, because obviously I'm not making hourly. I'm making whoever comes through my door and whoever tips. That's basically what I'm making, and like, you know, like it's so different. But when you're starting out, it is definitely hard to find employment. I'm not gonna lie, probably now too because of the pandemic and everything, but when I first graduated and I got licensed, it was pretty hard getting employment. And I had like a whole list of places that I applied to. Some of them didn't even care to call me back, and then others called me back. I got the interview, never got the job though. And it was just, it's kind of ridiculous, especially in this industry, that I feel like everyone wants, you know, a fresh new face, but they want someone with like plus 25 years of experience and a full book of clientele. And obviously that's not going to just come out of your ass when you're first starting out. And it does kind of suck. But if you can, definitely start building up that clientele when you're in school. It's probably hard right now only because some of the schools are probably not really doing hands-on as much as, you know, as I did when I was in school. But it is great to kind of even do family members. If you want to do like their little facials, you don't necessarily have to charge, only because you're not licensed or you know, you're just practicing. But just getting pictures, videos, anything out on Instagram, any type of social media, you're good to go. And I think that's what, and that actually brings me into the next question, which is, what do you wish you were more prepared for? I honestly feel like I wish I was more prepared for the business side of things. Obviously, when I was in school, I didn't necessarily know or think about me even being a business owner. I knew I wanted to do something with aesthetics, but I just didn't know who I was gonna work for and where I'm going to work. I didn't really think that far. I think one thing that I for sure would have done was build up that portfolio while you were in school. Because obviously you're still doing facials, you're still learning material, you're still doing all of these other things. Whether or not it's good content or not, honestly post it. I wish I started my portfolio earlier. And a lot of people have during, when I was still in school, a lot of people did, but honestly what I wanted was, I wanted to look professional. I wanted to have licensed esthetician on my bio. Like, you know, I wanted to look professional in any other way, but honestly, I feel like that kind of set me back a lot because I didn't have any pictures, any videos, anything. I didn't have this huge portfolio right after high school, and so it was pretty difficult for me to find clients after. And so definitely get into that. If you're not really hands-on right now, start posting educational posts, or like if you are hands-on, start posting like a video of you doing a massage, or like, you know, you doing the double cleanse or something that will get you somewhere with your portfolio. Even if it's something so small, post it. And honestly, any post, any content is good content in my opinion, and you will grow even if you post, you know, like every single day you post like an educational post, you know, like you will still grow from that. Will it bring clientele? I hope it does, and most of the time it does, because a lot of people find me from Instagram, from Facebook, from Yelp, from anywhere, and I do try to stay active on those social medias. And so really get that started as early as possible and start your portfolio. But I wish I was more prepared for, like I said, the business side of things, because obviously I had no idea that I wanted to be like this business owner. I didn't really have plans for it. It really just came out of nowhere, in my opinion. Okay, it didn't really come out of nowhere. Like I had, when it was like, when that plan struck my head, I was just like, okay, sure. You know, like I was capable of doing it. And when I was in community college, I was actually a business major. But the things that I learned in those 2 years that I was there, I didn't do any of that shit. Like in the process of having this whole business, I didn't do any of the things that they taught me in community college, because everything was textbook. I'm telling you, every type of schooling that you will do, you won't get any type of experience, any type of you won't get a slap of reality from a textbook. When I did it, I learned the whole business process. Was it the proper way? I'm not too sure. I don't think there is a proper way. But a lot of people don't know how to run their own business, and honestly, you won't get that anywhere else. If you experience it firsthand, that's the only way you'll know. I just wish that in school, I wish that I went more out locally to see, you know, estheticians in my city, see how they run things, kind of, you know, learn from them. Because if anybody came to me, I would honestly be fine with taking them in as like a little, you know, like I could just help them with anything that they need help on. I can definitely help them with any type of connections. It's honestly, I wish, I feel like if I had, you know, a mentor like that who kind of held my hand throughout the way, I feel like I would have done things way better and done things so much cleaner. But because I didn't really have that, you know, type of figure, I Definitely got a bit reckless with like the whole business process and like, you know, learning new things and all of that. So I do wish that back when I was in school, I wish that I went out locally, got a service from an esthetician, or like, you know, started talking to them about certain things, and like any questions I'm sure they would have answered. And like I said, like if someone contacted me asking if, you know, they could learn a thing or two from me and from my services, I would definitely take them in, help them make their own empire, you know? Like I am so open to do that, and I hope one day someone does come to me for, you know, guidance, because that would honestly be so dope. Like I would honestly cry. But yeah, that's one thing that I wish I did before getting licensed, before getting a job, before anything. So the next question is, how do you overcome your weaknesses? Okay, so for weaknesses, I really do try to practice as much as possible. It's funny because one of my weaknesses and one of the things I really hated when I was in aesthetic school was waxing. I really hated it in school only because of the wax that they used in school, and like it just wasn't the best, and I was just like, you know what, I'm never gonna touch wax again, I'm never gonna blah blah blah, whatever. But fast forward, that's all I'm doing basically. Or that's what I'm mainly doing, and that's like one of my main sources of income. But honestly, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes permanent. I wouldn't say perfection, only because if you're looking for perfection in the beauty industry, this industry is not for you. I just want to get that out right now. But honestly, just practice on your weaknesses. If it's okay if you don't want to pick up on, you know, something like waxing or lashes or whatever, as long as you're happy doing it, then stick with it. You don't have to force yourself to, you know, practice how to like learn how to wax or do all of these other things that everyone else is doing. If you're not comfortable with it, or if you don't enjoy doing it, you don't have to do it. Like, point blank period. Like, you don't have to do it. And if you just can't get it down, maybe it's just not for you. That can be a hard pill to swallow, but honestly, there's just so many other things that estheticians can focus on. It's great to just specialize in one thing, because then everyone else can just be like, oh, I go to her for my facials, or I go to her for my lashes, you know? Like, it's okay to just specialize in one service. Like, you don't have to be this, you know, robotic maniac who wants to do every single thing. It's okay. Everything is just not for everyone. Some things, like Brazilians, are some things that I know others don't like to do, or like they don't want to do, or maybe someone just hates doing facials, and that's okay. It's not for you. Someone else will do the job. It's okay. But yeah, just think about it. So the next question is, how are you able to have your business? A good chunk of money and motivation, honestly. That's honestly all you have to run your own, or to get your own business and, you know, learn how to run it. I was able to make ends meet with such little cash. So as long as you're saving, you don't necessarily need to have your own business right after school. Like right after you get licensed, boom, you have your own business. No. It's best to just build your clientele somewhat, some way. It's great to just start off slow. It is nice to have your own space right after you get licensed and all of that, but it's kind of unrealistic, and a lot of people don't have the money for that. And obviously it's okay, because not everyone has the money like that. But yeah, so honestly, just start off slow. I started off working hourly, and then after that I started being home-based, and then here I am with, you know, a whole big business. Okay, so how is your business going at the moment? So, gosh, that is a good question, because since we are in a pandemic right now, business is a bit slower than usual. Obviously, I don't expect it to be, you know, I I honestly don't expect business to be booming, only because one, we're in a pandemic, and two, this is literally still the first year that I'm open. I feel like when people think of, oh, that girl's a businesswoman, or oh, that girl owns her own business or whatever, they don't think about the things that we have to go through every single day, the things that we get frustrated over or stressful off of. Like, they don't think about any of that. They just think we have money in our wallets, and that's definitely not, you know, that's definitely not the reality of being a business owner, especially in a pandemic. That's why it's very important right now to shop local, support small, definitely get your foot out there. But yeah, so that's how everything's going. There are still people coming in and out, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for all of my clients who have stuck with me during these hard times. Thank you so much. And for all the newcomers, I hope you enjoyed, you know, your service, and I hope you enjoyed, you know, the quality time and everything. But yeah. Alrighty, so that was all of the questions that I have for this little Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys actually found, you know, some of these answers or some of these things helpful. If you guys have any other questions, definitely comment them down below, and hopefully I get to do another Q&A video and, you know, show more of your guys' comments or questions and all of that. But yeah, so thank you so much for supporting, and thank you so much for watching. I'm just, honestly, I'm just so surprised that I reached 100, and it's actually still going up, so thank you so much. But yeah, that's all I can say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.